darlings, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing today. If you're new here, then welcome to your first video. I really hope you enjoy watching. So guys, 2020, what do we even think about 2020? I'm a little bit shook, I'm a little bit like lost for words here. I don't even know what to think of it. 2019 literally went by like that. Like that was rubbish. Let's do it again. It literally went by like that. I don't even know where it went, but somehow we are now in 2020, and I hope you guys, if you're watching on the first day of 2020, you're not too hungover, you're not feeling too rough, although probably a lot of you are. I am not one of them because I don't go out drinking very often, and I certainly did not have a crazy New Year's Eve, even though it's the 30th today, not the 31st, so it could have taken a turn for the worse, but I highly doubt it knowing what I'm like. So anyway, today we are here to do my 2020 goals video. I really wanted to get this up on the 1st of January to give anyone some inspiration, to see if any of my goals might be things that you want to take, or if you're just interested in knowing what my goals are, then here we are. Let's just be here for a nice little chatty video, just you and me, and see what my goals are really. So I've got them all on my phone, and if you were here this time last year, you'll know that I did a 2019 goals video back in 2018, which sounds mad. And I have actually gone through all of my goals from that video, and I've reflected on them. Have I achieved them? Are they still my goal now? And all of that kind of stuff. So let's get into the first one, which I feel is the most important one for me, because at the end of the day, this is why we're here, which is my YouTube goal. So my goal for the end of 2018, so basically this time last year, was to hit 5k, and I got to 8k, so that was really great. But then my new goal for the end of 2019 coming into 2020 was to hit 25,000, and we are ending the year on 29.5k. So I've exceeded my goal of 25, which is amazing. I'm so happy, can't believe it. And I did revise my goal to 30k, and obviously I'm just under, but the fact that I've hit nearly 30k, you know, going from 8k to nearly 30k in 1 year, like, it's mind-blowing to me. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I didn't know if I'd actually make it, but I actually have, which is kind of mad, which leads me on to my 2020 goal. Now, you know when you have a goal and you're almost a little bit scared to say it out loud, because I said it to Jordan the other day and he was like, not that he doesn't think I'm going to do it, but you know, it's a big number. But I just said to him, you know what, I'm going to be brave this year. I'm going to put it out in the universe, because you guys know I like The Secret, I like the law of attraction, and I believe in it. And I just want to say it, because if I say it, it makes it more likely to happen. That's how I think anyway. So you're thinking, Hazel, just bloody say the number. It's going to be 100k. I want to end 2020 on 100,000 subscribers. I can't believe I've just said that. If we achieve it or not, who even knows? But guys, I really, really want to. I would love to end the year on 100,000 subscribers. Oh my god. That just feels a whole lot more real now. Another YouTube goal of mine is to continue working with brands that I cherish and love so much. Sorry guys if you can hear traffic outside, by the way, it is so noisy, soz about that. Anyway, this last year I've worked with some amazing brands I could have only dreamed of ever working with, brands that I have loved for so many years. So the fact that I've got to work with them is just insane to me. I've worked with Desenio, I've worked with Glossybox. Like guys, Glossybox, I was buying that when I was 15, 16 years old, so to be working with them now is still mind-blowing to me. But I would love to continue 2020 working with brands that I cherish dearly and brands that I truly love, because I love to share with you brands that I love, but obviously it's such an achievement to actually say that I'm working with brands that I love that much. You have no idea what it feels like. It's just, you know, it's not just an ad to me. I feel like I'm moving my hands around because I'm getting excited. But yeah, working with the brands that you love is so, you know, such a proud moment. It's like you can't wait to share it with your subscribers, because you're like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Like, so a goal of mine for 2019 was to do with my professional development at work. If you don't know already, I work in financial advice, and my goal was for 1 exam pass and to continue my skill set at work. So I did not pass an exam at work. However, there was a reason for that. I got a new job. So in February, I got a new job, which was not foreseen in 2018. I didn't realise I was going to get a new job, hence why I wanted to do an exam. But I got a new job, I moved firms, I went from being a power planner to a technical power planner and manager. So I now do the job that I did previously at a higher level, and I manage a team of 5. So I feel like that's quite a step up for me, like a massive step up. One that I didn't know that I'd actually be able to do. Like when I accepted the job, I thought, I'm not capable of this. Like, why am I even going for this? Because I can't do it. But I have somehow pulled out the bag. Like, not saying I'm amazing, but I've somehow managed to do an alright job because they're happy with me, so I mustn't be doing that bad. So that's a really big achievement for me in 2019. And another thing that I did achieve at work was I did an assertiveness course, I did a management course, and they're two things that I really struggle with. I really struggle to be assertive at work and asking people to do things, which obviously is now my job. And I feel like going on them courses and starting to apply the techniques to my day job has really paid off and worked, because I feel a lot more confident now to just approach someone and to talk to them about any work that's outstanding, and without sounding bossy or anything like that, just kind of help the team to get it done, I guess, and to share workload and to take things off them and to delegate and things like that. That's something that I didn't foresee ever being able to do. I didn't feel like I'd ever have the confidence to do, but I've somehow managed to do it. So I'm really proud of myself for achieving that. And my new goal for 2020 is just to continue that skill set at work, to be honest, just to keep building on what I've already got. I'll be brutally honest, I don't want to do any more exams at work at this moment in time, because I'm so busy with my YouTube, and I feel like my goal for the last couple of years has always been to better myself every year. And bettering myself a couple of years ago was to do exams in finance, because at that point finance was my only job. But obviously, as you guys know, YouTube is now a job of mine as well. So I have two jobs. I'm self-employed and I'm employed, and I'm investing any spare time I have into YouTube to make this grow. So I don't feel like I'm slacking, because I'm still working hard on this. And that is my goal, to, you know, put any extra energy I have into YouTube and to continue growing at work in finance. So I want both of them to blossom and grow further, but YouTube is my like out of work priority now instead of exams, which I don't mind saying. A goal that I had for 2019 was to be less stressed and less overwhelmed. And 2019 was a real up and down year for me in terms of anxiety. I had periods of time where I felt really crap, but equally I've had some really great times in 2019, and I have ended that year on a really good note. I feel like I've walked into 2020, even though I'm in 2019 when I'm filming this video, but when you watch it, it'll be 2020. So I'm walking into 2020 a real positive person. I feel like I've kind of hit anxiety and given it a kick up the road for however long until it wants to come back again. But I feel like I'm walking in just feeling quite level-headed, quite calm. I feel like when I get anxious about something, I can somehow switch it off and tell it to go away, and it goes away, whereas before I would let it consume me. OMG guys, I was filming for another half an hour and my bloody memory card decided to reformat itself, or memory card error like it always does, and delete it all. So I am so thrilled about that. Trying to keep my calm, but obviously so annoying that I've now got to refilm like half the video. So annoying. And then I start thinking, oh my god, am I repeating myself? Because I don't even know what's on camera and what it's got. Anyway, let's continue. So I think the point that it cut off was about anxiety and all of that. And I was basically saying that I feel like I've kind of nailed it on the head a little bit. I feel like it's something that I want to address in a video. I want to help people. I want to be able to give you my tips on how to deal with anxiety, because if you know me, you know that I've been the biggest stress head, the biggest worrier for pretty much my whole life. Well, that's a lie, since I started work. I feel like work brought it out in me. I feel like a lot of people have that struggle as well. It's a change in lifestyle, isn't it? You go from being at school to being at work, and the pressure's laid thick, and let me tell you, it depends what you do, but the pressure was certainly laid thick for me in my job in finance. And yeah, it did give me a lot of issues, if you like, which I sound like a crazy person, but it did. I think that's where a lot of my worries came from, because the pressures at work then made me start worrying about other things in life, and then I just start overthinking things, and literally overthinking is under bloody statement, I tell you. But I feel like I've started to finally kind of learn to deal with it, and I'm not there to a point where I can share it with you and tell you what to do, but I'm going to keep building on it in 2020, and hopefully I can do a video maybe halfway through the year or something like that, tips on how to deal with stress, anxiety, being overwhelmed, and how to calm down, because that is something that I've needed to work on for my whole life, and I feel like I'm finally at a point where I'm kind of just about getting the grip of how to deal with it and how to manage it. So if I don't have a downfall, and if I stay on this quite positive vibe that I'm on right now and I don't have any hiccups, then I know that what I'm doing is working, and then I can share it with you guys as well. Sorry if you can see my pajama bottoms, by the way. Another thing that I wanted to do in 2019 was for my channel on YouTube to be meaningful, and I wanted to not just do videos about shopping and things like that. I wanted to expand my channel and do different things, and I feel like I've definitely achieved that. So in 2019 I added lots of savings videos to my channel. I added videos about jobs and apprenticeships and what my job is in financial advice and how I got that job and all things like that. And I did videos about mortgages and savings tips and things that I felt that a lot of people might want advice on. Of course I did my standard fashion videos and, you know, haul videos, interior videos and things like that, but I feel like a lot of videos I do on my channel are to help people, be it how to decorate your house or how to save money. It's still things that try and help people, and I like to bring people budget things as well, things that are affordable to save you that money. I feel like I've definitely achieved that goal. Obviously going into 2020 that goal remains put. I want to continue helping people. I want my channel to grow and maybe to add more different areas on my channel and not just be interior, fashion, savings, maybe add a few more different avenues on my channel. I'm not sure what they are yet. I'm going to have a think about it and see what I want to add, but I think I definitely want to keep growing my channel because I like being someone that has lots and lots of different avenues, not just one straight thing that I'm kind of going down. I like to have lots and lots of different paths, and so that I appeal to lots of different people. So that's something that I want to continue doing in 2020, just growing my channel and see where it takes me, I guess. Still guys, you don't understand how annoyed I am that the bloody footage got deleted. Like, it's so annoying repeating yourself. Oh. Okay, so what I wanted to do in 2019 was to have food prep done every week for work, and that was to save money and to be healthier, and I achieved that. So every single week in 2019 I did my food prep, which is thumbs up to me. I'm pleased that I did it. For 2020, I mean, cliche, everyone says it, I know, but I want to lose some pounds. I mean, I haven't got a specific number in my head because I don't like to weigh myself very often. I'm not obsessed by the number on the scales. I've been there, done that, not doing it anymore. But I've definitely gained a few pounds over the Christmas period. Every single year I do, so I'm not worried about it. A lot of it's just water weight and bloat anyway from eating the wrong foods, too much salt, not enough water, that kind of thing. But I want to go back to eating healthy in the new year, a balanced diet. I like balanced. I don't want to eat completely clean. I just want a bit of balance because I want to enjoy myself. I want to have the cake if I want the cake, but equally I need more fruit and veg. I've not eaten enough fruit and veg in 2019 at all, so I'm going to be adding more into my lunches at work, more into my food prep, and then adding more fruit as my snacks at work. So ditch the Snacker Jacks, have a banana, that kind of thing. Have real nutritious food that's going to help my body, because your body at the end of the day is the thing that gets you through life. You need to look after it. And another goal is to have lots more water. I think they say it's 8 pints a day, I think. Whatever the goal is that they kind of recommend, I'm going to try and hit that every single day. And I want to also cut down on coffees and teas and have more natural drinks such as, you know, ginger and lemon or mint green tea, a lot more herbal teas, because when I have them I actually feel so much more refreshed. I don't know about you guys, but I just feel fresh and clear-headed and just nice. Whereas when I have coffees every day, I start to get a little bit kind of addicted to them. I know that's a real thing. I think you can actually get addicted to coffee, and I definitely do. And then I get headaches when I don't have coffee, and it's just a bad cycle to be in. So I want to kind of keep coffees down to maybe just a few a week instead of being reliant on having 3 a day, and start having more natural drinks and getting my sleeping pattern as well into a good order, making sure that I do try and go to bed by a set time, just because I want my 8 hours. There's so many nights where I do not have enough sleep. I go to work on like 4 hours sleep because I've stayed up too late editing a video, and then I'm wired or I'm worrying about something or anything like that, and it's just not healthy because I go to work shattered, can barely think on the way to work. Get to work, I think, how do I even drive here? And then, you know, just kind of autopilot, I guess, and then struggle throughout the day. I don't want that. I want to be focused in the moment, clear, you know, that sort of thing. I'm sure a lot of you understand and appreciate what I'm saying, because not a lot of us get enough sleep, do we? So my goal for 2020 is to get enough sleep, and I want my bare minimum sleep to be 6 hours, but I would love if I could get 8 hours a night. Like, if I got 8 hours a night, I think I'd be very alert. Lies, because I feel like I can never have enough sleep, but it would help. Something else I want to do for 2020 is to be more positive. Now, I'm not a negative person. I feel like I'm a very happy, positive person for the most part, but like everyone, I can get kind of dragged down by negativity sometimes and then let it spiral and become negative Nelly myself. So I don't want to be negative Nelly anymore. And for me, the main time this happens is at work. Something can happen, someone can annoy you, or something could happen that's annoying, and then you start moaning about it to everyone around you. You get their moods down, you then all moan together, everyone's miserable that day and just moaning and negative, and it's just not a good environment to be in. It doesn't make you feel any better, it doesn't make anyone else feel any better, and all it does is let that thing that annoyed you initially just fester and go on for longer and longer and longer when you could have just ignored it. And my new goal for 2020 is to not get annoyed by things I can't change. Now, a lot of people could say, Hazel, that is just being very ignorant, and that is being ignorant. I appreciate that and I understand that, but if it's going to make me stressed out and upset or worried or negative and then impact other people's moods, I would honestly rather just ignore whatever the thing is if I can't change it. For example, if something happens at work that I know I can't change, because let's face it guys, we all know that at work it's hard to implement changes, I will tell the relevant person whatever the frustration is I have and the solution I have, and I'm just going to leave it there until a couple of months later. Instead of getting annoyed about it till that thing happens, just let it go. Unless it's having a detrimental impact on my day-to-day life, I'm just going to try and let things go a little bit more. That's another one. Let things go and stop holding on to things and stop obsessing and focusing on things that are negative and can't be changed. Because what is the point? If we just took that energy and focused it on something we can change, think how much better the world would be. I mean, that's a bit of a deep thing to say, but it's true. Too many people moan about things that they can't change and are irrelevant and don't actually matter, and they're not focusing enough on the good things they can change and can have a positive impact and help the world. So that's what I want to do more of in 2020. Now, a goal I had for 2019, which I don't have for 2020, is to manage my time better. Now, that sounds rather weird, and a lot of you are probably thinking, Hazel, what are you on about, girl? Like, why don't you have a goal to manage your time better? And the reason for that is because in 2019 I learnt that trying to force myself to do things on set days caused me immense stress and is what caused me to overthink and worry. Now, let me give you an example. I work full time, I also do YouTube, so if I plan to do a set video a certain day of the week, say Wednesday was the day that I had to do a particular video, I would then spend Monday, Tuesday worrying all day at work in the back of my mind, whilst I should be focusing on other things, worrying in the back of my mind, and then worrying all evening about whatever the video was. Absolutely ridiculous, because I'm gonna film that video regardless, because I will get things done. If I need to do something, I will do it. So it's gonna happen, so why was I worrying about it? Secondly, videos really don't take that long to film. So why was I spending so many hours worrying myself, consuming myself with something that I was gonna get done anyway, that's easy for me to get done, and that I enjoy doing when I'm in the moment? It was just ludicrous to me. So what I wanna do for 2020 is to have a to-do list. So if I have a particular video I need to do, put a deadline. You know, you need to do this by, say, the 20th of the month, but then don't obsess over it. I then know that I've got X amount of weeks, 2 weeks say, to get that video done, and when I am in the mood to do it, just do it then and there. Because what I would do a lot in 2019 was have a set day to do something, and it could have been the Tuesday and I was ready, I was excited, I was in the mood to film, but because I told myself I was doing it on Wednesday, I wouldn't do it on Tuesday. And maybe on Wednesday I wasn't in the mood to do it, but why didn't I just do it on Tuesday? Do you see what I'm saying here? It's just being a bit more fluid with my time and stop putting myself into constrained kind of boxes of you must do this on this day, because I find with myself, when I have too harsh kind of strict deadlines on things, not deadlines, more, you know, set plans, that's what causes me to feel overwhelmed or stressed. Whereas when I'm left to do things in my own time, I will get it done anyway. So I don't need to have a set day to do something in a set time. As long as I know it must be done by this day, I will just get it done. It's gonna happen. Like, I've never not done a video that I've, you know, had to do with a brand, for example. So there's no need for me to have these ridiculous like deadlines in my not deadlines, time slots. So that is a goal for 2020, to just be a bit more going with the flow attitude, a bit more chilled out, because I will get it done anyway. And hopefully you guys understand what I mean. I think the reason why I focus on this point so much is because I do work full time, so managing work and YouTube can be difficult sometimes. And if YouTube was my full-time job, I would set days for things because you'd need some sort of routine. But when you do work full-time already and your evenings and the weekends are the only time to film, you do need to be a bit kinder on yourself and not so strict, I guess, because it can get a bit much and a bit overwhelming because it's like 2 full-time jobs. So yeah, that is a goal for 2020. And the next ones that I'm going to talk about are just things that are literally running off my brain, like right this second. Running off my brain, is that even a saying? But yeah, things I'm just thinking about on the spot, because my list is now done, so we're just going to kind of talk from the heart, I guess. And the next thing I want to do in 2020 is to continue being kind and helping people. And I feel like I help people a lot, like all the time in my life, because everything I do pretty much is to help people. So at work in finance, I'm helping people that are at retirement who don't know what to do and they need a comfortable income, helping them achieve that solution. I'm helping people to save for their future who don't know what to do, you know, help guide them. Helping people that are vulnerable who might have just gone through a divorce and they don't know what to do with their money, and we're helping them. So a lot of my job in finance is helping people, which has a real lovely like satisfaction factor. It's positive, you feel like you've done a good deed, that kind of thing. I know it sounds weird, but hopefully you understand. And then with YouTube as well, I feel like I help people, you know, I help them with savings videos or with anything like that, even my hauls and, you know, like home tours. Okay, you could argue I'm just showing off things, but it's actually there to try and help people, help them save money, or how to help them decorate their house, that kind of thing. Like everything I do has good intention behind it to help people. And I know that sounds mad, and you're probably looking at me thinking, Hazel, shut up, like you're being, don't try and big yourself up. I'm really not. Like maybe it doesn't come across that way, I hope it doesn't, but I genuinely, everything I do has a good intention and to try and better other people's lives. Like I love sharing my knowledge on something. Like if I've gone through something myself and I've learned it, I love sharing it with people and helping them and making them, I guess, not have to go through what I went through to learn what I've learned. And other goals I have for 2020 are a few goals that I'm not going to actually share on here, which I know keeps you in suspense a little bit, so it's about that, guys. But there are some goals in terms of saving and then houses and things like that that I do want to achieve, and also work, but they're kind of like a little personal slash things that, you know, you don't know if they'll happen or not, and things that you don't want to kind of set a deadline for because they'll happen if they're meant to happen. So certain things like I definitely want to achieve, but other things I think if that's meant to happen, it will happen, and I don't want to force it and rush it. So I'm going to keep them goals off YouTube, which hopefully you understand, but obviously if I do achieve them, then I'll be the first to let you know. Another thing, which I don't know if I said earlier on in the video, which I really hope I did, but I can't remember if it cut off or not, was about being relatable. So sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I want to remain that relatable go-to girl on YouTube. And the reason for this is because I am literally no different to any of you watching me. My channel is not big anyway, so I'm not trying to big myself up here, because I know that I'm not some like massive YouTuber or anything like that, but there still might be people out there who watch my channel and think, oh, I'd like to have some of the things that she has. And what I would like to say to that is I'm just a normal girl. Like I started at the bottom literally, and now I'm here, and I'd obviously love to get even further, but I'm quite happy with what I've achieved in the little time of working since the age of 16, and now I'm 24, and if I could do that again in the next however many years, that would be fab. But what I want to say is everything that I've achieved today, you can so do it. If I can do it, you can as well. Like why can't you do it? And you probably could do it better than I've done it, to be honest, because I've made mistakes along the way that have cost me money that I didn't need to spend and things like that. So that's why I'm here to share my techniques and tips with you too, to help you not make the same mistakes I've made in the past. So guess, yeah, I just want to be relatable. I just want to be that person you can go to and to kind of like trust their opinion, I guess, because I would never share something with you that I didn't believe in, or I'd never give you advice that I didn't believe in or that didn't work for me. So I hope that everything I tell you, you do like kind of take as gospel, I guess. Oh my god, I'm so cringe, literally. Ignore me please, like I'm cringing myself out right now. I think we're gonna stop there because I'm being cringe and weird, and I don't even know, I think it's too late. I think I need to relax. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. What are your 2020 goals? Put them in the comments below. Do you have any same goals as me, or are they different? Oh my god, that was weird as well. Let me know in the comments below what your goals are. Are there anything that you would do differently to me? Again, let me know in the comments. Oh my god, I've got hiccups. I had hiccups earlier and they didn't go for ages. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, then I would absolutely love for you to join me. And if you haven't liked the video, then please do give it a big thumbs up. And I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. If you haven't followed me on Insta as well, then I'll pop them in the description below. But it's at HazelWoodX and at First Home with Hazel. Thank you so much, guys. And I look forward to seeing you in all of my 2020 videos. Mwah. Bye, guys.